Hey everyone, it's Mr. Phoebus coming at you from my living room. What? Look at this beautiful fake tree right here. So great. So I'm really happy to be doing this video for you guys, getting started with our online learning. So basically in this video, I'm just going to be talking about a couple of things. We're going to be talking about how we're going to do online learning. We're going to be talking about this unit as a whole and what we're going to be learning. And then I'm going to kind of lay out what the next couple of weeks are going to look like while we're in quarantine or while we're sheltering in place, whatever we're calling it. And then I'm going to do a quick mini lesson and a mini review about summarizing before I send you off to actually work on your own work. So, online learning platforms. It can be kind of scary and kind of frustrating because you don't have a schedule. We don't have a set schedule, right? So you don't come to my class at a certain time every day and sit in class and learn for 75 minutes. It's kind of on your own, which is kind of cool because it's kind of like college, actually, if you think about it. You get to kind of make your own schedule, decide when you're going to do your classes. Maybe you do them in the morning. Maybe you work better at night, so you're going to take your classes at night. The big thing here is that it doesn't matter what time of day you do it. I don't care. If you want to wake up at 5 a.m. and do your lesson, so be it. If you want to wait until 9 p.m. and do your lesson, so be it. That's totally up to you. I trust you and how you learn best. However, it's super, super important that every single day you're coming into our Google Classroom, checking to make sure you're staying up to date on our work because you're still going to be getting grades. This isn't a free-for-all. There's still going to be assignments that you're graded on, and there's still going to be work that you have to do. Granted, there won't be any quizzes or tests as of right now, but there are still going to be assignments that are due and things that you're going to get graded on. And remember, your 8th grade grades are super, super important in all of your classes. So online learning, we'll be using News ELA. For a lot of our exit tickets, we'll be doing videos like this where I'm coming at you from my living room or my bedroom or my kitchen, wherever I happen to be, teaching a lesson or a skill, helping you review a skill or introducing a new skill to you. There may be web quests that I send you on, so YouTube videos to go and find and do some research. So I'm really excited. It's a lot better, I think, actually. Anyway, so that's online learning. Second thing, what is this unit about? So, I know we've been out of school for a while, but if we think back to our last unit, we read To Kill a Mockingbird, which is one of my favorite novels, and I hope it's one of your favorite novels. And during that novel, we were asking the question about what is prejudice and what is injustice? How do people learn about it? And how can we as a society stop those prejudices and injustices and kind of fix those kind of character flaws and those systemic issues that a lot of people face today? Much like the theme in Unit 3 with To Kill a Mockingbird, we have a theme with Unit 4. And Unit 4's theme is love. So we're going to be reading William Shakespeare's play, Midsummer Night's Dream, which is one of his more famous comedies. And in that play, he kind of starts talking about this idea of love. What is love? And how do we find love? And are there different types of love? And what does love make us do? Does it make us fall madly and deeply in love with someone, or does it make us crazy? And so those are questions that we are going to be discussing as a class when we read our play, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Now that we have online learning platforms done, we have our big theme, what is love? We need to talk about what's going to be happening. So what's our timeline look like to get this play read? So this week, we're actually not going to start reading William Shakespeare. This week, we're going to be reading some Greek myths, specifically a myth about Apollo and Daphne, and these people, this couple, called Orpheus and Eurydice. Fun names, I know. And basically, these two myths were the foundation for William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. So we're going to be doing some stuff with those two myths and looking at the way that ancient Greeks really viewed love. It's a little bit different than what modern-day love looks like. And then next week, we're going to start reading some background information about William Shakespeare. So who was he? Why was he so famous? Why was he literally one of the most famous dudes in England 400 years ago? And why does his plays that he wrote 400 years ago, why do we still read them in 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th grade, 12th grade, even in college? Why is his work so special? That's what we're going to be looking at next week. I'll also be teaching you poetic verse. So what is poetic verse? It's a very specific way that William Shakespeare wrote that's a lot different than the way that we write today. And so in order to be able to read his plays, which kind of seems scary at times because he wrote so differently from us, it's important that I teach you how to actually read what you're reading and understand what you're reading in a very specific way. And then the week after next, so 3 weeks from now, we're going to actually start reading A Midsummer Night's Dream. Okay? So I'm really, really, really excited to start this unit. I'm really excited that for most of you, you're actually going to get to read one of the most important foundational literary people, William Shakespeare, in all of English literature. A lot of the stuff that we read today comes from William Shakespeare. So like how he wrote and what he wrote and the ideas that he kind of created in his works. And even a lot of the words we say like eyeball and crocodile came from William Shakespeare. So I'm really, really excited. And with that being said, I'm actually going to get started on our very first review lesson. So that way, when I send you off to do your work today, you have an idea of what you're supposed to do and kind of remember what to do.